everyone, and welcome to another episode of Global CEO Magazine, where we engage with the trailblazers from different industries who are dedicated to making a change in their respective fields and, of course, all around them. So today we are very privileged to be joined by Mr. Leelananda. He's the CEO and Executive Director of LCB Finance PLC. Welcome to Global CEO Magazine, sir. Thank you very much for joining us here. Now, before I get into the specific questions about leadership, I would like to ask you about your organization. So, throughout your journey, you have won many accolades, and just last year, you won the award for the fastest growing finance company in Sri Lanka, and recently you have gone global as well. So, I would love to know a little bit more about your organization and about its growth.
Yeah, first, thank you very much for the Global CEOs Forum to giving this opportunity. Yes, LCB Finance PLC, actually we start 2016 in down south. It's a historical things, first time in Sri Lankan history, established the finance or bank in Sri Lankan economy from the down south. Then 2016 to 18, we maintained as a normal finance company. Then 2018, I prepared a business plan for the 5-year business plan. I requested license from Central Bank. Then 2018, Central Bank got the license to LCB Finance. Then we established 20 number of branches. Mainly my all investors from down south. That's a very, very valuable point. So we collected 2.5 billion share capital from the down south, especially Gold District. And also 2021, we listed in Colombo Stock Exchange as a public limited liability company. It's called IPO, you know, that initial public offering. So we issued the 500 million share capital for the public sector. Then within a very short period, half an hour, it's oversubscribed up to the 1 billion. Because of based on our financial soundness and also transparency and growth rate of the company, then we are in the public liability company in Sri Lanka. That also historical achievement. From a down south company, first time in Sri Lankan share market it came. Actually now we are full-fledged finance company in Sri Lanka.
Wonderful. So, Mr. Leelananda, in the recent years, Sri Lanka went through many challenges with the pandemic and the economic disruptions that we faced here in Sri Lanka. And there are certain individuals who think that an organization has to be very large, very successful, and it has to have been there for a long time if it is to navigate these challenging times and overcome them successfully. So I'd like to know, what are the strategies that you implemented in your organization to get your company through these challenging times? Because we have seen that you have really successfully brought your company out of the challenging situation.
Yeah, actually finance sector every moment is the challenging situation. Especially in a banking and finance sector, all the time we are facing challenging situation. But as a CEO, as a team, we have to manage the challenging situation. That's a very good question. So when I come to the addressing this question, so mainly I had a very good practice process in my company under the LCB. So first we give the awareness of all financial literacy among my corporate team. And one-on-one meeting. Regularly, I made one-on-one meeting with my corporate members. Then they knows what is our expectation, company goals, and how to balance this type of situation. Actually, you know that real situation as a banking and finance sector people, based on the pandemic situation, our borrowers faced the very critical situation, reduce their repayment capacity. You know that banking and finance sector having the cash inflow and outflow. Then mainly we concern as a CEO, this type of situation we have to manage, then give we are issuing the public money and also our shareholders fund to the borrowers. Then based on the person economic factors, they face the situation, their repayment capacity rapidly go down. Then we have to do the necessary leadership to how to recover this situation, this scenario. Then actually we had decision-making process to among my corporate team, and also very close monitoring system with the staff members, and also my board members are very concerned on this situation. Then all our corporate heads and also board of directors having the real picture and also transparency manner, ongoing process. I had a several discussions one-on-one with my corporate team. I assigned some tasks, corporate tasks. Then I closely monitor. Then they are also partners of the decision making. And also I had a very special points I will explain in this forum. So we offer to my all staff to get some shares as the owners of the company. You know that is ownership of the sense of ownership. I create among the staff members sense of ownership. Then they know they are getting the return, not only the public money and also shareholders fund and also their own money as a shareholders. Then during this past 3-4 years, this situation I managed with as a team, decision making and also ownership, sense of ownership, having a very regular, closely meeting. Then they know real situation in the company inside. Then we got some decision to reduce some cost, to increase some income. Then all the staff members are happy. Then I will explain the one session when the pandemic situation, I proposed to my corporate management to reduce some personal cost is very high. Then all corporate and staff members agree to reduce their salary for the period. That's also very positive thing. Actual last 5 years, we are showing continuous growth and also showing good performance, transparency and financial, you know that, internal and external audit reporting, central bank opinion, those are very positive. That is, as not only the CEO, as a team effort, I was managing this situation.
I'm sure it's wonderful to see the strategies that you have implemented become so successful, because it's not every day that you get your entire team to give consent to cutting off a part of their salary for a period of time. So that's wonderful. So apart from these strategies that you have implemented, sir, just like you mentioned, you don't really have to go through a pandemic or an economic crisis in your sector to go through challenging times. So apart from these strategies, have you made any changes in the organization, or have you come up with any innovations to deal with these challenges that come up every day in the industry?
Yeah, actually, especially finance and banking sector should be a very updated sector. Every day we receive a lot of info from the central bank, share market, world economic factors. We are very closely monitoring. Without this, you know that very difficult task to survival. So then my having a very good IT department, and they are having a very MIS division, good strength MIS division. They are dealing with the various sector analysis. They are dealing with the international global market trends, and also you know that industry averages. So based on those factors, we are very aligned. We are very aligned with the industry norms, industry scenarios. Then a lot of our corporate heads having a lot of experience. Those are the very experienced bankers and the finance sector people. Then they are doing their own opinion. Shall we do this type of way? We have to handle it. We have to do this type of conditions, especially in the banking and finance sector. I mean, I mentioned in that point, those are very sensitive, and also we are fully depend on the customer, fully depend on our borrowers, fully depend on our depositors' money. So those are the norms we are following. So that's the thing, my fully teamwork effort to success of this matter.
So you could have a lot of strategies, many innovations, changes, different principles, new principles implemented within your organization. But if the organization doesn't have a proper leadership, these strategies, these changes that you make, they may not be as effective. So, Mr. Leelananda, what do you think are some good qualities that a leader should have when they are going through these uncertain times, these challenging times?
Yeah, my understanding is actually good leader should be a good listener. Should be a good listener, because of leader can't run the company alone. We need the assistance from our team, especially finance sector. We are the newly developed finance company. but I gave the good challenges to my all corporate heads. They are giving the maximum effort to CEO. Actually, CEO is the, doing the direction to achieve the goals of the company. But other people are running the company. Other people give the maximum thing. Then without this, we can't survive in a company. That banking sector and the finance sector. Every year we have a very specific budget. Every month we have to achieve. Every week we have monitor it. Then without this, very difficult task to run. So as a CEO should be responsible to the board of directors and also central bank. We are preparing a budget for the next 5 years. Every year we have to monitor. Every month we have to do the progress review. Then those staff members and the corporate members give the maximum support to the CEO. Then CEO should be a good listener and also good director. Directives, we give the directives how to achieve this our final goal. That's the way to achieve this type of things.
So how do you see the business environment of Sri Lanka evolving in the next 5 years?
I think that's a very valuable question, I think. Now we know that new president came to power. Then new president expect to get the parliamentary majority. I don't know, but the people are ready. As a new president, he will expect the maximum majority parliament. Then we will expect to do the very positive thing as a CEO. Then we as a country, all of people are having a problem about the corruptions and other things. So eliminate the corruptions and other things. People are ready to continue support the government. And also we know that tourism sector will be a very positive. Then whether if they can provide the maximum service to the tourism sector, we can reduce our cost of living and also increase the foreign currency. Not only that, other side, they are very clearly, I went through their policy. Then they are giving the priority for the agriculture sector. Whether if we can develop the agriculture sector, actually that's a very positive economic factor in Sri Lanka. Not only that, we can get some export-import controlling. Then not only that, in addition to a lot of last 5 years, 6 years, those are not the political thing, a real situation of country. Those industries are more than 50%, 70% was inactive. We are also we are granting SME loan to the sector, but they are having a lot of problem. Then whether new government can reduce the power price and also fuel price, it's a very positive for the industry level. Those are the very positive things. People are very having a lot of expectation. And also yesterday, day after yesterday, we received a very good message from a Japanese party. They are ready to, Japanese government gave the very clean opinion. They are ready to invest in Sri Lanka, especially monorail projects and also airport projects and various projects. They are very clean to invest in Sri Lanka. We are having a very positive points in the future. Whether if success, actually, we can see the good economic factors increasing. That's my personal opinion.
So with the recent changes in Sri Lanka, with the new beginning to our country, a lot of people are hopeful about the next couple of years. But I think it's up to us to make the change and be responsible about how the country is going. So all the industry leaders are going to make a big impact on that. So now for my last question, Mr. Leelananda, I'd like to go beyond Sri Lanka for a little bit. So you recently opened up a branch in Myanmar, so congratulations on that. So in the global context, how do you plan to assert your organization's position while balancing the different challenges and the different opportunities that you get both locally and globally?
No, actually, that's a very good question. So when we comes to the local market and we are expanding our branch network for the country, that is the main objective of the central bank. We are served to the Sri Lankan people. And also when we comes to the outside, global side, we have a lot of potential opportunities in outside of the country. Then 1 year ago time, we visited Myanmar and we, under my main company mean LCB Limited, we got the license from actually very easy process. We visited Myanmar governor, central bank and also high officials. Very easy to get the assistance. Then we have to compare with Sri Lanka also. foreign investment we have to welcome, no? Without this, we are having a very limited financial investment in Sri Lanka. So when other countries or other investors are ready to invest in Sri Lanka, we have to be the priority. We do the past services. We have to welcome to people. Then I saw the difference when I was visited in Myanmar Central Bank and high officers. They are very within less than 1 week time I was there, we got the license and other things. But we have some limitation with Central Bank, our investment. Then we open one branch under our LCB parent company. Then sometimes you can't believe my statement, some recovery is more than 100%. Then my director was asking Leelananda how to collect the 100. They are the people, they are having the control, they are good some and also army control. They are having, when we are granting a small amount, they are investing. They are not the misuse in the fund. Then we have a lot of opportunities in the world, global. So we are also having an experience and we are having a discussion with our board of directors to do some investment. We are ready to invest in a global level also. We are having some, restriction based on our capital and other things. Then we have to channel through our parent company. At present, we are opening one branch. It's going on well.
Amazing to hear that. So there are a lot of things that you can learn from by going global.
Yeah,
so
that is very open market and also a lot of opportunities. And investors also, these days we are having some discussion with Japanese investor to some investment in Sri Lanka. So last month I visited the Japanese investor, and they are also having some positive thinking to invest the global level. Especially we have to maintain our ratios, our transparency, good manners, everything we have to maintain. They are ready to go through our financials and do some investment. Actually, these days we are having a lot of discussion with the global level people. I visited Japanese and a very successful session. I was there 2 weeks. Then they visited our LCB company also. These days we are open for the global market also.
So it's amazing to hear that, Mr. Leelananda. We'd like to wish you all the very best for a very successful journey ahead. So that was a very insightful conversation with Mr. Leelananda, CEO and Executive Director of LCB Finance PLC. So thank you very much for joining us here today, sir. It was an honor to have a conversation with you.
Thank you, madam. Thank you.
So we hope that his experience, his insights sparked new ideas and inspiration for your own path. So see you in the next video of Global CEO Magazine. Thank you for watching.